Louisiana public safety officials are working overtime to prevent what has become an unfortunate Memorial Day holiday tradition: high numbers of highway crashes, deaths, and injuries. This year's holiday is complicated by flooding in the southern part of the state that could increase traffic and cause stressful situations for some motorists. This year's Memorial Day weekend comes just as many schools are letting out for the year. Both the Memorial Day holiday and the month of May rank among the worst for deaths on Louisiana highways. Louisiana had 78 fatal crashes during the month of May last year, by far the highest for any single month. And over the 2010 Memorial Day holiday, 3 people were killed and 539 were injured in crashes. The Louisiana Highway Safety Commission is participating in a nationwide Click It or Ticket campaign during which public safety messages and seatbelt enforcement are increased.
Buckling up is the #1 thing a person can do to increase their chances of surviving a crash in Louisiana. We know that about 59% of our fatals in Louisiana are unbuckled. Last year, about 700 people were killed in Louisiana in traffic crashes. If you consider that 25% of the people in Louisiana don't buckle up, that represents the 59% of the people who were killed. If we can convince that 25% to buckle up, we have the potential of saving about 400 lives. We know that historically Memorial Day weekend has been a time that's high in traffic crashes, fatalities, and injuries. We'd like to remind everybody to buckle up, particularly with the flooding that's going on in parts of Louisiana. We know that there may be some increased traffic under stressful conditions, and we want to remind people to buckle up, not only to save their life, but also to keep their family and loved ones from going through the emotional pain of losing someone.
Will there be an increased police presence throughout the state over this holiday?
Absolutely. Just like we do every year, we have extra monies for grants for overtime, so our law enforcement agencies that we contract with will be out in force trying to convince people to buckle up.
What's your best advice for motorists over this holiday weekend?
Just buckle up every time, make it a habit, and like I said, it increases your chances of surviving a crash.
For the past 25 years, we've conducted annual surveys to determine how many motorists are wearing their seatbelts. And our research indicates that seatbelt use is affected during times of catastrophic events, such as last year's big oil spill or during major hurricanes. And we're not really sure why this happens, but it could be that people under stress simply forget to wear their seatbelts.
What advice do you have to motorists?
The advice is you need to wear your seatbelt all the time, even in times of stress and when your routines change during the day, there's some social disruption, the community's disrupted, still remember to wear your seatbelt. It's very important. I'd say the other thing is one of the things we noticed after some of the major disruptions is a higher percentage of pickup trucks on the highways. And we know from our research that people in pickup trucks tend to have lower seatbelt use than people in automobiles. And it may be because they think because they're in a truck they're safer, but that's really not the case. So they need to remember wear their seatbelts even if they're in a vehicle that they normally don't drive.
Louisiana State Police will be out in force over the Memorial Day weekend, assisting with the flooding situation and ensuring that all motorists obey the law.
Last year, over 700 people died on Louisiana highways. Many of those weren't wearing their seatbelts. I wonder as I stand here how many of those people would still be alive today if they were simply wearing their seatbelts. Louisiana's law is pretty simple. You need to buckle up wherever you are in the car. Join me in saving lives. Buckle up.